All right, speaking of October and fall weather, not very fall-like today because it is sunny and warm. Summer, as we said, still kind of hanging on there, Cedric.
Yes, it just does not want to say goodbye, Latrice.
Not yet, right?
Yeah, and don't worry, it's not going to say goodbye today or even tomorrow. But down the line, I think we may have to at least say see you later for a little bit here. So that's something to look forward to. But right now, you can see a mixture of sun and clouds out there across the area. We have temperatures that are in the upper 70s, 79 degrees right now. In Chattanooga, we do have lots of sunshine across the area and fairly dry air in place. Now, let me show you the temperatures in your neighborhood because it's 77 in Altamont, 79 in Fort Payne, 79 in Scottsboro. Our friends in Murphy sitting at 78 degrees. Same temperature for Calhoun and also over towards the Lafayette area as well. So let's take a look at the clouds and radar here across the Tennessee Valley because you can see there's not really a whole lot showing up here locally. Maybe a couple of fair weather clouds, but we're just not seeing that much out there because we just don't have a lot of moisture in the atmosphere, and it's all because of this big area of high pressure. We call this a bubble of high pressure, and in the weather world, we like to say when you have the bubble, there will be no trouble when it comes to the weather. So you can pretty much expect, again, high pressure to continue to create that sinking air and keep us fairly quiet and calm in the coming days. So let's talk about the rest of your Monday here because we're going to be seeing lots of sunshine throughout the day. Those temperatures already near 80 degrees. I think we top out in the mid to upper 80s once again this afternoon. So again, if you're going to be out and about, just keep in mind you want to stay hydrated and you also want to make sure you put that sunscreen on. SPF 15 or greater, or you could burn in less than 30 minutes. And it's one of those days where, yes, the sun is not as strong as maybe that August sunshine, but still, keep that in mind if you're going to be out and about. Let me show you your forecasted highs for us today because, again, this is not a very fall-like map out there with lots of sunshine. Mid to upper 80s in the valley areas and high temperatures into the lower 80s across the higher elevations. And then even going into tomorrow, I think it's going to be more of the same. Highs in the mid to upper 80s in the valleys and highs only in the low to mid 80s in the higher elevations. But again, more sunshine and fairly calm weather conditions. But this pattern is in place. It's kind of locked in for now, but the next big thing, we've got to talk about a significant fall cold front that's going to make its way into the Tennessee Valley in the coming days. And as it does so, it is going to bring us, believe it or not, below normal temperatures and in some spots potentially well below normal temperatures here as we get towards the upcoming weekend. So if fall is your season, we've got that in the forecast for you. Let's talk about it with your next weather maker. High pressure, that big bubble, continuing to give us that above average temperature spread and fairly quiet and calm conditions. But at last, here's that cold front we're tracking, that first fall significant front. This is Wednesday at midday. It'll be off to our north and west, still north and west of Chicago by then, but it quickly dives to the south as we get into the weekend. And as this upper low spins across the Great Lakes, it's a very winter-like pattern. It will surge those below average temperatures down our way. It's going to be a blustery weekend with that cooler weather settling in. Now, when we think of cold fronts, we like to hope that we can get some extra moisture in here to produce some rain. And boy, do we need some rain with finishing out the month of September over 4 inches below where we should be. And of course, September was the third driest September on record since back in 1879. In fact, 1919, you have to go back to for the driest September before that. And again, you see some green off to our west, but as it moves our way, that green kind of slowly fizzles out. So while we may see some spotty showers and rain, it's not going to be a ton. And that means that our drought conditions will continue to expand in the coming days. In fact, the 6 to 10 day outlook when it comes to the drought, even drier conditions building in for the following week. So yes, it will start to feel like fall around here, but it will not look that way in the sense of those fall colors changing because we've got the dry air that tends to mute things a lot when you don't get that rainfall. Let me show you your Storm Alert 7-day forecast. Above average temperatures, Latrice, for the next few days. So that winter gear, fall gear, don't even think about it out there for then. But look at that, Latrice, that blue line, that's a cold front by the end of the week. And this weekend.
Is that hot chocolate or?
That is, you see the pumpkin on the cup?
Pumpkin there, okay.
What do you think that may represent?
Okay, maybe some pumpkin spice, maybe a chai latte.
That's a pumpkin spice alert.
Okay,
look at that. Maybe
there
a
we
cinnamon,
go.
apple cinnamon alert. Cooler
there you
weather.
go.
40s and 60s, Latrice.
All right, thank you, Cedric.